Hey guys, what is going on and welcome back to Mark's Tech. So the AirPod Pros are definitely the most expensive pair of headphones I've ever worn, I've ever bought, just ever. Everything about that statement is completely true. So if you're here to see what I have to say on if they're worth it or not, unfortunately you've come to the wrong video. Now, I'm not an audiophile, I'm not some audio expert, but I'd still like to think that I know what good music sounds like. Now, you guys don't know this, but I actually recorded my first impressions of these headphones before I went on my 1,000-mile road trip, but I decided not to release it because it was pretty obvious in the video I was very hyped up, and I didn't really want the hype to influence my kind of impressions of these headphones. So instead, again, I'm making this video now after 1,000 miles, so let's get into it. So first things first, this is ugly. This is stupid. This makes no sense. This is not a case. Second thing second, man, these things sound great. But I'm kind of ashamed to admit it. It took me about 100 miles into the road trip to figure out what these are. Like, what are the AirPods Max? At first, I was a little disappointed about the bass on these headphones. Now, don't get me wrong, they definitely thump, but I kind of wished it thumped a little harder. Well, that's what she said. But then I slowly started to realize during those kind of initial 100 miles that these headphones, right? This brand, Apple, they're not for bass heavy people. They're not for bass heads. I've owned many Beats headphones and other brands that the bass literally shakes your brain and your eyes and you lose consciousness and you might throw up a few times, who knows? But that's all they're good for. See, bass in headphones, really bass in anything, is super hard to get just right. Because if you have a lot of bass, it overpowers the highs. If you have even more bass, it overpowers the highs and the mids, and then it'll make the mids sound very muddy. So basically all you're getting is just bass. Now don't get me wrong, I love me some bass, and sometimes I even prefer a ton of bass, but in terms of pure audio quality, you do not want a lot of bass. You want it to be just right. The Apple AirPods Max is what I would like to consider the perfect representation of music. It is what the artist and the producer wants you to hear. The bass levels that you're hearing is exactly how they kind of put into the music, if that makes sense. It is exactly how they want you to hear the song, and this is pretty obvious because if you scroll through different songs, well, they'll obviously have different notes of bass. The way the AirPods shine is just how sharp the music is, the audio separation, the fidelity, just the overall quality of sound that you're hearing. It is fantastic. So let's talk about the environment. Okay, I love the environment a lot, but sometimes it can get a little too overwhelming and you kind of just want it to disappear. Kind of like that. The active noise cancellation on these headphones is it's almost nauseating if you're not playing music, if you're not listening to anything. If you just enable the active noise cancellation, it is wild. Now, the way these things actually helped me out on my trip is driving down the highway at 80 miles an hour or like 126 kilometers per hour, whatever it is. If you crack open the windows, you'll obviously hear the wind, you'll hear other cars driving by, you'll hear your tires, the wind noise. I think I already said that. You'll hear birds chirping, dogs barking, everything. You'll hear everything around you. And sometimes you just want to listen to music, but you also kind of want to keep the window down to let in the fresh air to enjoy the nice weather outside. Believe me when I tell you this, whenever you press this button right here to turn on active noise cancellation, dude, it's like the world around you just pauses. You don't hear anything. Now, are these things the best in the world at doing so? Well, I don't know. I haven't tried every single noise cancellation headphone out there. But if these things can cancel out the wind noise going 80 miles an hour down the highway, hey, that's an A+ in my book. In fact, here is a quick little look at me trying out this active noise cancellation for the first time from the video that I didn't release. So if whoa, dude, that is really, wow, dude, I can't get used to that. That's weird, dude. I have to get used to that. It's weird. It's a very, very weird feeling. So now let's talk about spatial audio. Now, I don't really know how to really explain this thoroughly. But it's basically like you're in the movie. Okay, so normally when you're listening to a movie, when you're listening to anything, the audio is hooked or glued onto your headphones, right? So if someone's talking in the movie and you turn your head this and this way, their voices are kind of glued to, each cup of the headphone, right? But with spatial audio, the sounds are now glued to the actual device that you're watching from. So for example, your iPhone. So if you turn on spatial audio and you're watching a movie, you can turn your head and you'll hear voices coming from different directions. So if someone in the movie is in front of you, talking to you in the movie, you can turn this way and their voice will be more here and less here. But if you turn this way, now more of their voice is coming to this ear and not this ear. This works with everything: explosions, gunshots, everything. I mean, it's like I said, it's basically like you're standing right in the middle of the movie. It's crazy. I mean, it's everyone that I've showed this to had a big smile on their face. And I'm super glad I waited to actually talk about this, because in my initial first impressions video, I said it was cool, but no one really watches a movie doing this. Oh wow, that is so cool. Oh wow, you're just looking straight forward at the screen watching a movie. You're not doing this, right? But it's more than that. The spatial audio works even when you're not moving your head. You'll still get the crazy separation of sound. So instead of just, I don't know how to explain this. Instead of just a sound going from here to here, you'll hear it go above you. You'll hear it go under you. You'll hear it go back below you. It's like you're in a 3D kind of space. It's something you need to try. I can't explain it fully using words. It's great, trust me. Whenever you turn on spatial audio watching a movie, it is so much better than just normal stereo sound. And again, here's a quick little clip of me trying spatial audio for the first time from the video that I did not release. So, oh wow, dude. Dude, that is wild. What? Now, battery life. Well, I still didn't charge these. The day I got it, I think I got it around 5 p.m. and I was packing up for my trip. I charged them up to 87%, and then I left the house the next morning at around 5 a.m. And so yeah, I pretty much charged them up to 87%. And after 1,000 miles, I still did not charge them. They are at, that's a good question, Mark. Let's check. No, I gotta open this stupid bra. Gotta, that 25%. I don't know if you guys can see that. I doubt it. But they're at 25%. That's excellent. Apple says you'll get about 20 hours of music playback, audio playback through these headphones, and that seems to be quite damn accurate. When it comes to headphones, Apple's almost always accurate when it comes to battery life, so when they say 20 hours, yeah, you'll get around 20 hours. So I guess this is a good segue into comfort. Now, these headphones are heavy. They are heavy. They are 13.6 ounces, which is around 384 grams. That's heavy. But the way this little hammock, this little mesh, the way it's made, you don't feel the weight. It equally transfers the weight throughout your head. And honestly, you just kind of forget that it's even on your head after the first 5 minutes. Now, obviously your results may vary. Everyone has different shaped ears, different shaped heads. But for me, I mean, they are the most comfortable pair of headphones I've ever worn, 100%. But they're also the most expensive, so, Actually, you know what? They're about as comfortable, I would say, as the gaming headset Steel Series. What is this? Arctis? Forgot the name. These things also have a little similar setup, a little hammock. So these are about as comfortable, honestly. Oh yeah, I mean these are definitely about as comfortable as the AirPods Max. But in terms of sound quality, I mean, they don't stand a chance. So do I understand why these are $550? I mean, yeah, you got 20 hours of battery life, spatial audio, you got instant on, you got instant switching to different Apple devices just as easy as just walking up to it, fantastic noise cancellation, fantastic audio quality, and very, very comfortable. I understand why they're $550, especially the build quality. But I also understand not many people want to spend $550 on a pair of headphones that you cannot wear outside because they are not water and sweat resistant. And to be honest, would you really want to carry these around with you? Like when you're going to the mall like this? I mean, I don't know. I feel like these things just look too good to bring outside. These things will get really dirty quick, especially if you get the silver version. I mean, I don't know. And honestly, if you're walking through a bad neighborhood wearing these headphones, you might not be wearing them much longer, you know? So, hey, do what you gotta do. So let me know what you guys think about the AirPods Pro Max. I'm curious to see, did I just call them the Pro Max? Damn. Let me know what you guys have to say about the AirPods Max. There we go. There we go. Keep it cool, Mark. Keep it cool. I want to know what normal people have to say about these headphones, not just tech YouTubers, because, you know, we get these, you know, these things because it's kind of our job to do the reviews on them. But, you know, in the end, it's what you guys think about them is what matters the most. So again, yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.